Hi, my name is Spencer, and today I will be reacting to Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 1, Episode 2. I apologize if my mic volume is weird. I always have to adjust it before I do these recordings, and I try to get it to sound okay. But sometimes it just doesn't work out, or sometimes I think it sounds okay, but then when I'm editing, I'm like, wow, this does not sound great. But anyways, Strange New Worlds. I loved last episode. Lots of good stuff in it. I loved that it was for the most part, self-contained, and it was very enjoyable to watch in terms of these characters that we've known before, but these are new portrayals, so that's exciting. I will say, and I mean no disrespect and no hate at all towards this character or this actor, but something that bothered me last episode that I didn't really want to say because I couldn't remember the character's name. So Ortegas, who's at the helm or whatever, I don't like that I hope that's correct pronoun. I don't like that her face is always just so she's trying to look stoic all the time. She just stares off into the distance like that. And I'm like, that's a bit cheesy, don't you think? I don't know. It bothers me. Hopefully there will be more to the character than just that face. But in the first episode, that's all I got from her. And again, I mean, no disrespect, and I certainly hope I'm using the correct pronouns for her. I hate to be wrong, but if I am, I apologize. Ortegas, I hope they'll do the character justice and give her more than a stoic face for us to see. I hope that in general that this show will give us will be more character driven than say Discovery, which isn't to say it's not character driven. It's just I would like to be more character driven. Just give me some old Trek, honestly. Give me the self-contained episodes. Let me fall in love with the characters, please. Just keep that formula if you can. I don't know much about this episode besides the title, which is Children of the Comet. I mean, just based off the title, it feels like it'll be its own thing. As for an overarching story for the season, I haven't really picked up on one yet. I mean, we'll probably get more of Pike, his internal struggle with his future, and we might see more of Spock and his relationship with T'Pring. Hopefully we'll get more about, number one, Una, and more about these new characters that we don't know much about yet. I mean, we know a little bit about La'an, I think that's her name. She seems cool so far. When I watched the last episode, I hadn't really connected Dr. M'Benga. I think that's how you pronounce it. M'Benga. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong, but I couldn't remember him from the original series. But I know he was there. Now I know he was there. So it's nice to have these legacy characters that didn't really get much screen time get more. I'm excited about the portrayal of Uhura. My worry with that is that with her being a cadet and with this young actress, that she will be, I don't know, because in the original series she seems very serious or more serious, but that's just kind of how acting was in the 60s. I don't know. My worry is that it'll be kind of cheesy with the whole her being super excited about exploring space and stuff. Which, I mean, like, it's understandable. Like, if I were a cadet, I'd probably be excited too. I don't know. In the last episode, it was pretty dang cheesy that with the whole like Pike saying something at the end of the episode, and then she was like, "Cool." I don't know, kind of cheesy to me, but Star Trek has always had a bit of cheesiness to it, which is why it's so great, or which is one of the reasons it's great. So I'm not saying it shouldn't be cheesy at all. I don't know. There are certain things that make me as an individual cringe, and those are my opinions. You don't have to agree with them. Uh, it is what it is, and I don't have to agree with your opinions. Speaking of which, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you have anything to say, put it in the comments. Even if you feel like you have an unpopular opinion, we may have some agreement, we may have some disagreement. It's totally cool either way. I hope we can be respectful to each other, no matter what differences in opinion we may have. Also, if you like this kind of content and you would like to see more, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. It really helps me to know that I am not doing this just for myself, and hopefully I can provide content to you that you will enjoy. That is kind of the goal for me, is to make some content that is enjoyable for other people. Anyways, I'm looking forward to getting into this episode. I'm very hopeful, based on the first episode, that it will be good, and I guess we'll just see how this season plays out. So, without saying too much more, I think I will go ahead and get this episode started. This is an interesting looking species. Race. Alien race. I never know which term to use.
Relax, cadet. It's tradition.
Hazing the newbie?
What good fun? We get bored. It's a small ship.
You know, it's really not.
I like this character stuff.
My father liked to say that I was unburdened by conversational boundaries.
So this will be fun for you then.
I already like Ortegas more than I did last episode.
Yes, Cadet Uhura, welcome. Dress uniform, huh? Grab a drink, I gotta deal with the ribs.
But it helps that we're getting more of her.
See you. You too.
Hammer may not be able to see, but his other senses compensate.
Compensate? They are superior.
I've read that among many things, the Enar have a form of precognitive ability.
I knew you were going to ask that.
Because you sensed my question before I asked it?
Because everyone always asks that. I like her.
Indeed.
I hear you speak 12 languages.
37.
Okay.
Everyone.
Well, Cadet, I appreciate your honesty, and I sincerely hope you discover a place where you feel you do fit. Wherever that may be.
So this episode is basically like an Uhura episode, which is cool. I like it.
Tonight it felt different. It's because of what you told me. About what you saw on Boris.
10 years.
There is a problem with the Comet.
Interesting. Oh, what? Oh, that's just a simulation. I was like, what the hell? What is that? Is it shielded?
Anyone want to tell me how a comet puts up a force field?
Huh. Well, I'm liking where this is going so far. It definitely feels more character-driven. I'll talk about that more at the end of the episode. Yeah, this theme song reminds me of a mix between the original series and Prodigy.
We've tried every hail, every scan you can think of. If there's life on the comet, we can't find it. But we did find a structure.
You aware of any civilization that developed on the surface of a comet?
First I've heard of one.
starting to like the mustache. Maybe you should try one for yourself.
I love that.
You could have warned me.
Then you'd know it was gonna hurt. Could have had people run on me.
Well, now the other guys know it's gonna hurt.
Mr. Spock. Now you're just toying with me.
That was not my intention.
I've noticed.
Yeah, I think Pike is putting her in this situation so she can, or to help her to decide what she wants to do with her life. I mean, it seems to be that way. That is an interesting structure. What the heck? It's kind of like an egg, but I mean, probably not.
What do you think, decorative or linguistic?
You're asking me.
I mean, that's what you're there for.
If you don't want people to ask you questions about it.
Okay. Fine.
True.
It's just that.
You're a cadet. It's your first away mission. I get it.
Lieutenant, I don't think that's a...
I was about to say, you're going to trigger something.
I'm familiar with Yahtzee, Lieutenant, but I am reading a dangerous buildup of energy.
Of course he's familiar with Yahtzee.
Turn him over. Get his helmet off.
I'm pretty sure he dies in the original series, so he can't die here. Plus, he's not wearing a red shirt, so...
All frequencies are down. We're cut off from the ship.
Well, you've activated something.
We're on our own.
She's like, what did I get myself into? Poor Uhura.
Maybe we don't touch anything else.
Where's the exploration in that?
And you are the only linguistics expert here.
I mean, I'm sure they're proficient as well, but gotta give her a chance to work her magic, work her science. They probably have an idea that it's coming. It seems that way.
I like this plan. It's a good plan. Ortega's bring us around.
Okay, I think I'm warming up to Ortega's, and it seems like her stoic face is sort of just her face, so can't blame her for that.
Your girlfriend must love that, huh? Nurse Chapel.
Nurse Chapel is not my girlfriend. I find the best way to diffuse tension is to apply rigorous logic.
I don't know how well that works, but
That's always an option, too.
They did.
oh, what? Who is this?
The Hanit is one of the ancient arbiters of life.
Okay.
If you tamper with it again, we will not hesitate to destroy you.
So what's the purpose of the comet?
How exactly are we supposed to move the comet without doing that?
We have to buy time for the landing party to get the force field down.
I hope these shepherds don't find out that they're down there. I'm guessing they'd be kind of touchy about that.
Probably.
But your crew has desecrated the temple on his surface.
They already know.
Any further action to rescue them will be considered an act of war.
Find a way to get through the landing.
Just to rescue them?
Mr. Kirk identified one error you can avoid. By eliminating that option, he has improved your odds.
Gee, thanks.
Actually, your version of a pep talk?
Yes, I've been working on them. How was it, would you say?
How was it? What?
You all should be relying on someone who's prepared. Someone actually Starfleet, not someone who's gonna get us all fried to a crisp.
You graduated the academy. You are Starfleet.
Today, you are quite simply the only person for the job. Will you rise to see it through?
That one was better. Your pep talk, I mean.
Ooh. Is it reacting to her humming?
The cave seems to be reacting to your voice.
Interesting.
Computer, identify this song.
Vamo Vamba, a traditional song from Earth, originating in Kenya.
Sorry to interrupt, but I was just editing this, and was that a vocal look-alike, sound-alike to Majel Barrett, the original computer voice? It certainly sounded similar without listening to them back to back, but if they managed to splice together some old vocals from Majel Barrett, that's awesome. But if I'm wrong, no worries. Back to the reaction.
That cannot be a coincidence.
That's cool. I like that.
Lieutenant Kirk thought these symbols were a code.
Music notes.
Sound waves, which can be represented by numbers. What if the code is harmonics?
What is it doing? Oh, what? Interesting. Huh.
The Comet's force field just disappeared.
What?
Bridge to transporter room, energize.
How did she know what to say or what to sing?
Look, let's talk about this. Find some common ground.
Well, so much for common ground.
We have less than 1 hour before the comet will impact Persephone 3.
You do a lot of reminding people of deadlines, sir.
She does have a point, Spock.
What if the comet moved itself?
If it can generate a force field, it could probably move itself.
You know how you used to brag you're going to be the best pilot ever to graduate the academy? Word gets around.
What's your point, sir?
Time to prove it, Lieutenant.
Initiating evasive pattern Ortegas Gamma 1.
Evasive pattern Ortegas.
If she made it up, she has the right to name it.
They've stopped firing.
They don't want to hit the comet.
Smart.
And the trilithium resin in our warp core will ignite, destroying the comet. Which will also happen if you try to blow us up.
Nice. I'm confused about what they're trying to accomplish here.
And for the record, we're not actually touching it.
So they're heating it up
But where's Lieutenant Spock?
to get it to move.
Spock? Is everything okay?
He laughed.
Sometimes things go so badly, you just have to laugh.
What? I love that. Just the random laugh. That was great.
Did it actually bring life?
Oh, tell me the space monks were actually right.
And so we shall not part as enemies.
Thank you.
They're gonna have to adapt.
You were suggesting the comet was telling us it did not intend to hit Persephone 3.
Yes. It meant no harm. That was the message. The comet's flight path and its, I don't know, mission to seed that planet was predicated on you flying that shuttle to move it. It knew its fate, you might say.
That's pretty cool.
Number one,
I know you had a vision of the future, but
I made a choice. I accepted my fate. It goes beyond my own life.
We'll make the most of the time you have.
Andrea Lopez.
Nice. It's a good episode. So my concerns about Ortegas and Ahura, I feel like they've been put at ease. My concerns, that is. Ortegas seems pretty cool. And the stoic face that I thought was just an odd acting choice is just her face. So can't blame her for that. I'm glad they're sticking with these self-contained episodes. At least that's what it seems to be. I loved that they made this episode focused not completely on Ahura, but like for the most part, we were able to get a character study of her. And I look forward to seeing more, not just of Ahura, but of the other characters. I don't know, to me, this episode was very enjoyable. I sincerely have, well, no, I don't think I have any complaints. I thought the whole Comet thing was cool with the music, and I don't know, it didn't really answer whether or not the Comet is alive. I guess that was the implication, is that it's alive, it's sentient, it knows what it's doing at any point in its life cycle. For a standalone Trek episode, this is good. It definitely still feels like older Trek to me. Obviously, you guys might have different opinions, but this is definitely one of the more enjoyable new Star Trek shows that I have experienced so far, which includes Lower Decks, Prodigy, Discovery, Picard. I'm guessing that we'll probably get more episodes like this, in the sense that we'll get more insight into the personal lives of the crew. So I'm looking forward to that. Gosh, I can't think of the guy's name. It's the new character who's blind. Daredevil vibes, but this character, I can't think of his name. When I first saw him, I thought he was like some sort of Andorian type character, but I guess he's not. I think they mentioned what species or race he is. So I'll have to look into that and become more familiar. I'm not assuming, but I'm hoping that we will get a character episode about him. I like the banter between crew members. I like the camaraderie that they're showing. The hazing of Ahura at the beginning was fun. I'm hoping we'll get more, I'm hoping their relationships will be deep and something that we can get invested in, like we have in the older Trek shows. It's like, I don't know, I feel like it's easier to love or to fall in love with a character when we get an episode that is done sort of through their perspective. I'm already enjoying this portrayal of Ahura more than I did last episode, and that's because of how they handled this and how they gave us some of her backstory and just her internal struggle and whatnot with Starfleet and whether or not this is the path she wants to be on. Obviously, we know where she ends up in the original series and beyond. So we have the advantage of knowing what happens to her, like what decision she makes. But it's just so nice to be able to be on this journey with her, to know how she got to where she gets to. Like I said, I take back for the most part, I take back what I said about Ortegas. As much as the stoicness of her face is kind of an odd choice, I think that is just how the character is, and seeing more of her personality in this episode really helped me to be more inclined to like her. I don't know if that's the way I want to say that, but I do have a better impression of her. I am still really looking forward to the rest of this season. It seems like they're on a good path to be a great show, and I hope that they're renewed for multiple seasons that we can all enjoy. I do like Samuel Kirk. He seems to be a cool character so far, at least the way that they're portraying him. I liked the little comment that Pike made about the mustache. I mean, obviously, I've got a mustache myself, so any mustache appreciation is good. My mom doesn't really approve of this mustache, but she tolerates it because she loves me. So yeah, I appreciated that little banter. I liked his conversation with Ahura while they were on the comet before he gets zapped. That was a nice little exchange they had. I sincerely hope that they'll stick with this format of self-contained episodes, getting to know the characters, just character-driven episodes in general. And I hope that, especially for future seasons, that they don't switch over to a format like Discovery or Picard, just because, I don't know, it's less engaging to me personally when shows are in that format. Like I said last time, I feel less engaged with this latest couple seasons of Doctor Who with Jodie Whittaker. Not because she's a bad actress or because she's a bad doctor or because of the companions. It's the story. It's the way that they're telling the story. The stories that I don't really vibe with. But we will see how this show continues and how it progresses. I'm hoping that I'm not the only one who's super enthusiastic about this show. I'm basically, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say I'm over the moon for it, but I do really enjoy it. It is a breath of fresh air in terms of new Star Trek to me. I mean, Lower Decks is great. I love Lower Decks. It's great as a comedy, but it's nice to have something that's not specifically made to be funny or meant to be humorous. So yeah, this is some good stuff. I like it a lot. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought in the comments. I appreciate hearing your opinions, and I'll do my best to try and respond to whatever you guys say. That is, if I can think of a relevant response. If I can't, I'll at least try to show my support to you guys for showing your support to me. I appreciate all I can get. It really helps me to know that I'm not doing this for nothing. So, again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.